Wah, 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 wah. Drama bin drama, Arab drama, ole drama, Sheikh drama, zote pamoja. Yeah. Folks, we can now see very deliberate, meticulous plans already in motion that will end up with the Jubilee Party replacing its current deputy party leader. Oh yes, you heard me right. The chair of the Jubilee Party Advisory Council, Bwana Albert Nyaundi, who is a member of Ford People, 2 days ago presided over a meeting that resolved to remove Deputy Party Leader William Samoei Ruto from his position in the Jubilee Party. What? Now, I know some of you are wondering where the party Ford People comes in. Well, the Jubilee Party was formed from the Jubilee Coalition, where 12 different political parties merged to form what we know today as the Jubilee Party. And one of those political parties was a party called Ford People. And Bwana Nyaundi said that URP, the party belonging to William Samoei Ruto, was just one of these 12 parties. And therefore his argument, and that of his colleagues in the advisory council, is that it is not right for just one of those 12 parties to cause such problems within the Jubilee Party. And therefore, the resolution is for the current deputy party leader to be removed and replaced by any other person from the other 12 political parties that formed the Jubilee Party. Now, we need to take careful note of the fact that this is not just an opinion or a suggestion by some politicians. No, it is a resolution which, according to the Jubilee Party Constitution, will now move to the next step, which is the National Executive Council. And it is widely expected that this National Executive Council will adopt this resolution of the party's advisory council. And so, just like that, the Jubilee Party will have a brand new deputy party leader. Now, most will remember that when the Jubilee Secretary General, Raphael Tuju, recently issued a hard-hitting statement against the Deputy President, he mentioned, almost in passing, that steps had already been taken, steps already in motion, to remove the Deputy President from his position as Deputy Party Leader of the ruling Jubilee Party. Remember that? And clearly, this is what Tuju must have been referring to. It's already in motion. And of course, you cannot expect the Deputy President's camp to just sit and wait for all this to happen. They will have to respond before the National Executive Council meets to adopt this resolution. So, what will they do? One possible course of action, I'm not saying that's what it's going to do, is that the Deputy President could choose to resign before the National Executive Council meets. But admittedly, that is not a common course of action in the country called Kenya. Our politicians never, ever resign from anything. The other possible course of action is for the Deputy President's camp to reject this course of action as being unconstitutional according to the Jubilee Constitution. They can protest, and I mean protesting legally in courts of law. We really can't predict how Team Tangatanga will respond. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But at least you have two possible courses of action they can take. Now, I find it super fascinating that even in the United States of America, in the early days of the American Constitution, the office of the Vice President gave people a headache. Now, I've put a link in the description area of this video of a very interesting article that explains the difficulties the Americans had in dealing with this office of the Vice President and the many problems it brought, including things so serious as what you'd call a constitutional crisis several times. Make sure you catch up with it. But the long and short of it is that the Constitution had to be amended several times before this problem was dealt with. Now, the reason why I bring this up is that going forward, this is an issue we have to face and prepare for the future to avoid similar problems in the future. The job of Vice President is the hardest job in the world for any politician. Human beings are not robots or machines. No two people can be exactly alike. And remember that people who have voted into this office are usually politicians, experienced politicians, who are used to talking, speaking their mind, expressing their views. And then they suddenly find themselves in this office where the job description, in most instances, is shut up and toe the line. Shutting up means that you shelve all your personal views and inclinations. And you become a parrot, repeating the policies, the ideas of your boss, the president. That would be what toeing the line means. And then to make matters worse, our president's handlers anywhere in the world will hardly allow a president to trust his vice president. And we know that in most constitutions, the work of the vice president is to be assigned duties by the president. And therefore the president assigns you this duty. Maybe something by bad luck goes wrong. His handlers tell him, you see, you can't trust this guy with anything. And therefore from then henceforth, you become idle, drawing salary from the taxpayer for doing nothing except appearing in photographs. Now, interestingly, we have seen this problem amongst the governors and their deputy governors. And so clearly, without dwelling on one personality or one particular case, this is a widespread problem that needs to be addressed constitutionally. I'm in support of the view that the office of deputy governor should be abolished. And then, instead, we could have somebody like the Speaker of the County Assembly being next in line to take over in case something happens to the governor that makes it impossible for them to fulfill their duties. This would be much easier to resolve in the counties with the governors. However, with the presidency, it's very different. It's not that easy to abolish the office of the deputy president. At the national level, it's just not practical. But those are just my views. I'm sure you have yours. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.